Hey guys, today let's do a halo eye. Someone requested this, and they wanted a halo eye with this shade and this shade. We're actually throwing it back to the Alien palette by Jeffree Star. I think this is still one of the coolest palettes. It's kind of sad that it's discontinued, but what you gonna do? So this shade, here, let me swatch them really quick. This shade is pretty, but I don't feel like I use it because it's not bright enough for me, but it's not a matte. I really don't like this shade, the Space Cowboy. It's like weird. It's like a red brown, and then this one's like a white gold. So this is the Interstellar, and then Space Cowboy. So I'm going to put this on the outer part, and I'm going to put the Interstellar on the lid. But I'm going to use like a matte to just like blend it out really quick. I actually want to try these new brushes that I got from Morphe. They're the Makeup by Ariel brushes. So let's get into it. I got this little thing. Cute. So I just don't want to do like a wash with that. Okay, I'm gonna take Gravity, which is kind of like a neutral. Oh, actually, I'm gonna take Gravity on this area or Morphe A11 brush. It's like a really fluffy brush. And then I just, actually I should put concealer on the lid. I'm going to take a little bit. I like this L'Oreal one for the lid. It's actually pretty good. Just because it dries like a little bit matte, so it's not super wet all the time. But you only need like a little bit like that. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think there's a brush. I think this one's synthetic. I'm going to use this brush because I think it's a synthetic one, so it usually does better with creams. This is the A25, and then I'm just going to kind of like brush this out. I just want like a thin layer of concealer, and I want it to like blend it to my brow. So you can really just take it all the way up there. Make sure it's not too light though, because something that I struggle with when I first started was that I would use a concealer that was way too light for me. So whenever I like put it on my eyelids, it just like looked off. So you want to get something that kind of matches your skin color, unless you're working with pastels, then that's like a different story. But so far, we're going to be putting something neutral in the crease, so you kind of want to match it a little bit. This brush is good. Okay, and then we're going to go back into our A11, and then coat the brush, tap it off, and just go with it. You can be pretty messy. Wow, this brush is kind of like super fluffy. So this is just like our all over shade where it's supposed to kind of like match our skin but look a little deeper. I'm gonna go in a little more. A trick that I learned was, so for your transition color, so you put the shade all over your lid, right? And then you're actually going to grab a more tapered brush. And tapered means it's like more pointy. This one's like kind of fluffy, as you can see on my shirt. Just really blend it. I'm actually going to try to roll this out. Okay, so now I'm actually going to go with a more tapered brush. And then, let's see. Oh my god, I can't get these out. So do you see how this is more like pointy versus, like, let me show you. You see how more pointy it is? Like, it's still kind of fat, but it's like pointy. So we're actually gonna get the same shade, the brown one, the Gravity right here. And then I'm actually gonna focus this just in the crease, and it's gonna help deepen it up without using any deeper colors. This is a good on-the-go trick for like when you want to do your makeup on the go. So I will kind of just go here and then really intensify the crease with the same shade. And it really helps to add more definition to your eyeball without using crazy amount of color. Okay. And then for a cut crease, or not a cut crease, a halo eye, I actually like to put my deepening shade all the way around like that. And then I'm going to go back into that original brush we used, the A11, and then blend out just softly, just go along the edges. Like, you should barely feel your brush touch your skin. Because if you think about it, there's already like 100 bristles just touching your skin. So, okay, so that's good. Now we're gonna go into the two shades that, what was her name? Auntie D. Rainey wanted. And I'm gonna pack it on the outer part over here. I'm gonna use this brush. This is a A29. Looks like that. It's like, it looks like a little packer brush. And then I'm gonna grab, which shade? I'm gonna go on with Space Cowboy. Okay. See, the thing with this shade is that I feel like it's like, every time I use it, it hits hard pan. Okay, so for this eye, I'm gonna do a halo eye that's like diagonal. And then on this eye, I'm going to do a halo eye that's up and down. That way you guys can see a difference. So for this, I'm just going to pack it on. I like to start up closer to the lashes and then just tap up from there. Because I feel like it adds a little more gradients. Okay. Like that. And then a little out here. This kind of looks like a black. It's like a black, red, brown. It's kind of crazy. And then I'm going to put it over here. Okay. And then just very lightly, I'm just going to pat this shade up, up, up. I don't want to blend it, I just want to pat it. Okay, so now that we have... Okay, so this shade is going to be up and down. I'm going to make this one more diagonal because I kind of messed up. For when you're doing diagonal, you kind of want it to be like from your lid to your brow bone. This one, I just did it up and down. So now we have that. Okay. I'm just gonna take it on my finger. That's the shade you wanted, right? Interstellar with Space Cowboy. Okay, then I'm gonna use Interstellar on my finger, and then kind of just put it on my lid. Oh my god, this shit's going crazy. Okay. And then I'm just like tapping it, so it looks a little more diffused on the edges. I'm not pulling it, I'm just tapping it. So tap and then pull your finger off. Tap, pull your finger off. Oh, looks pretty. I haven't done a halo in a while. And then I'm just going to re-intensify it and then put it more right in the center, and then just diffuse the edges. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Something that I like to do sometimes is you can redo the halo eye on the bottom. So I'm going to take Space Cowboy on my A29, and then I will just like go out here, and then in here. I'd probably use like a smaller brush because I don't feel like this is good for, we'll make it work. Don't take this too inside. Put it right under your tear duct, right there. Oh. Sometimes I like to connect this a little more, so I'll just pat a little more out. Cool. Okay. And then, what shade did, oh yeah. I use my finger for the shimmer on the lid, but I can't do that right now because it's like down here. So I'm gonna use, this brush is actually kind of cool. It's an A7. It's like it looks like a little pink brush, you know? So I'm gonna grab the Interstellar shade, where is it, right there? And then just right on the tip of it to see if we can brush that on the center. Oh, there's like dust. So kind of like that. Cool. And then something that I like to do is like for a halo eye, sometimes if you like get really close to your mirror, you see that fold right there? I will depending, sometimes I like it to hide under my lid and sometimes I like it to peek through. But you see how like it barely is above the thing? It kind of just looks connected as one. So look at where your fold is and then you can bring up your eyeshadow just a little bit more. And then this one we're going to do the diagonal one. So we're going to go all over with Gravity, the transition shade. You want the initial to be like pretty light. So just all over. You don't have to be like super precise. This shade just allows your other colors to blend away. Or to blend more seamlessly. Okay. Now we have that shade down. You're going to intensify the same shade with this A20. So the steps are going to be the same. Okay. I'm going to go in again just to re-intensify. I'm going to go back in. Okay. Okay. Now we have that. Now we have to do our thing. We're gonna do it like that. So, okay, I'm actually gonna put the shimmer down first. That way I can like see like the direction. So let me show you. So like, if my lid is here, you want the shimmer to go that way. Does that make sense? Because then it touches your lid and then your brow bone. Because then you could just blend the eyeshadow all the way up there. And it kind of elongates your eye. I need a brush. Hold on. I also bought the big one. I feel like I need something. Okay, I'm just gonna use the. I'm gonna use the back side of the A29, and then I'm gonna grab Interstellar. This is interesting because it's like a white gold, but it's like kind of ashy. It's like an ashy white gold. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so I'm actually gonna start here, and then I'm gonna pat it all the way to my brow. Like that. And then I'll just swipe it. You're kind of like drawing where it's gonna go. Or not drawing, you're sketching it out. So, pat. And then you can just like re-intensify the brow as you go. I like for there to be a little like gap. Like I add the shimmer, but I keep it a little. So I like push harder with my brush here, and then I pass lightly. Okay. So now that that is there, I'm gonna go with the same brush, and then I'm gonna grab Space Cowboy, and then we will start to create. What I feel like it's not sticking. Okay, it looks kind of blotchy a little bit. We're gonna fix it. So I don't know why, I don't feel like it's sticking in here. Okay, so, hold up. Let me re-intensify the part closer to the lower lash line right here. Okay, and then I'm gonna flip it over, and then we're gonna go back into Interstellar, and we're just gonna like add the finishing touches. So like, I'm gonna go closer over here, and then really like pull it out like that. And then I'm just gonna softly blend this out with a super fluffy brush. Kind of just like blend the black out a little bit for the Space Cowboy. And then over here. So like if you want something a little more dramatic, you can go with this. And then if you wanted something a little more subtle, you can go with this. You can obviously still blend out the edges so it looks a little more smoky, but I just wanted to give you guys an example. So this is like all connected. Let me actually grab that super small A7 brush, and I actually want to go closer to the and then we can actually do the, well, I guess it wouldn't be. I want to re-intensify that black, but with like a different bow brush. I'm going to go in with this one. This is the A20. No. Yes. And then I'm going to go with Space Cowboy. And then it's like kind of fluffy, but kind of not. And then I just really want to like pull this out. I think I'm going to add a wing on this side because I feel like it's going to make it look way cooler. So like the dark shade kind of like conforms to the shimmer. See, this shade is like kind of weird because it's like black but not black, but like it's deep but not deep in certain light. It's just a weird ass shade. I just really want to like make it smoky, you know? And just get that shimmer. And I really want to go all the way up. So like this is like your traditional halo eye, and then this one's more of like an angled halo eye where it kind of just like goes like that. But you can kind of see like the difference. Maybe actually, let me go in with this. Oh yeah, that's way brighter. And then tap it out, and then kind of just like, and go like that. This one kind of creates like a new, oh, let me do a wing. I'm going to go in with this A16, looks like that. And then I'm going to go in with the black bull shade. And then we're going to try to do a line a little bit. So, I'm going to follow that same shape. Like that. And then I'm just going to bring it in. That wing, it's kind of interesting. Oh shit, that looks cool. Ooh, and then I actually want to, so because it's like very elongated kind of thing, I want to add it to the inner corner too. That looks crazy. I love it. Do you see a difference? The difference is crazy. So this is when you're trying to go for more of like a round shape. This is when you're trying to like my eyes literally look like they're not part of the same face. Let's see. Ew. There's that. There's that. This side just looks crazy. Wing liner really changes your whole ass face, but I'm getting off topic. So that's this side, and then this side. So I hope you learned a little something from this little tutorial. I want to do more. I'm actually going to be doing this palette next. I'm currently testing all the shades. I'm doing looks by row, just because I thought it'd be a little interesting to see what I would come up with. And I just like to test myself, you know? Oh, this is the Glamlight with Michaela palette. It's got glitter. I think it's kind of weird, but we'll talk about it in the next video. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. If you guys want to see me do more makeup stuff, follow me on my TikTok. It's ERICQUEZADA 8. And then, yeah, I mean, just let me know if you guys want to see. Actually, let me know of, like, palettes that you have that I have that you want to see, like, certain color combinations with, because I think it'd be kind of interesting. Like, I like this idea that you guys did. So, yeah, I mean, do this palette, do any palette. I have Pat McGrath palettes, Jeffree Star, some ColourPop. But, yeah, let me know, because I think it'd be fun. I'll talk to you guys later, okay?